So today I want to talk about sad truth about Emacs. So this is not really talked about anywhere, not Reddit, not YouTube. There's no video about this. So I want to make a video about this right now because this is the problem that I have now. So what is my problem? So I use Emacs on Linux machines, and I think it probably work on Mac OS the same way, and then the FreeBSD. But when I go into Windows, even though the Emacs supports Windows, it's you can install Emacs in Windows, but the main package is works fine. Everything kind of works fine, but the when you get into something like console, let me go to completion.al. So this is pretty much works. This works everything. So I'm just gonna. This is all works fine. And sorry for the camera shaking, but when I go into console, this thing kind of struggles to work because console uses a program outside of the Emacs ecosystem. Like it gonna use find, it gonna use sed or something, and it gonna use some find tool that are not on Windows. So and one of my uh, things that I use is there, and what is not working, the LSP doesn't easily work. Installing LSP on Windows is pretty hard. So and managing them is super hard, and updating them is very hard. So I don't really use LSP on Windows. Then the other tools like my find tool works using FD. FD is not on Windows. And then other things, there's a lot of things that doesn't work on Windows. And then the spell checking should be working easily on Windows, but so you're installing package, and then you need to set the environment variable, and that shit is boring, and it's not easily done on Windows like Linux systems. So this is like very fucking hard. So what solution did I find? So I installed WSL. So I'm just gonna restart right now. So let me do this. So I'm restarting my system. I'm going to boot on Windows. I'm pressing delete key to change the boot order. So this is Rocky Linux. I'm just installing it because you know. Let me change my boot order. Rocky Linux is that. So Windows. There you go. My screen is have a lot of things. Let me make it. Okay. So one of the problems I kind of solved it using Emacs on Windows. I don't know why it's typing so fast. Because of this, Windows fucking sucks. It's like I don't know. It's kind of sucks, but it doesn't. Like I can play my games easily and stuff like that. And then my fans ons. So one of the reasons. So let me show you how I run Emacs on Windows. So this is my Emacs. That is pretty much there's no configuration in this Emacs because I tried using a lot of things. This is what is this MGW something and something. So the main reason that I stopped using this version of Emacs because I talked about the problem when I'm in Rocky Linux. So how I solved that problem? So I used WSL. So WSL is pretty. Let me close this. WSL. So WSL is a Windows subsystem for Linux. WSL, bro. I don't know why I'm typing like that. It's like Windows Surf League. What the fuck? So WSL is a Windows subsystem for Linux. So this is pretty much runs Windows programs, and you can install programs and you can configure. It's like a Linux environment on Windows without bootloader, without system network tools and things like that. So it's pretty nice. So you can use Ubuntu and you can use all sort of that thing. But I used NixOS. So you can install NixOS on WSL. It's pretty simple, but I already used NixOS, so I can just install WSL and then set up Emacs. So pretty much my NixOS Emacs configuration is for just Emacs. So how I use Emacs. So the one thing I'm pretty surprised about this is you can actually use GUI Emacs using WSL. So I can just press Emacs and then it will open up the Emacs through WSL. Pretty much it's opening a Windows version of Emacs. I mean like a Linux version of Emacs in a Windows window. I don't know how it's kind of hard to explain that. So I can use something like this, my networking applications, and I can do a lot of things. It pretty much everything works. LSP works, and a lot of things work. The one thing that you need to do is install everything that you need on things. So let me see. So we need to go to. Let me go into this. The package I needed to install or get my Emacs is just a my configured by Nix. And then I'm just installing a new Emacs just for fun. Just the Linux guy uses the kernel maker. I don't know his name. I forgot. And text live is for text. Zatura PDF viewer. You can use that Zatura in thing. eSpeak. So eSpeak is some speaking tool that I use for Emacs, and it works. I find a way to work with Windows and Piper TTS and Ledger, and this is text tool, and this is Timist or Typist, and then FFmpeg, MPV, and this all the things that I use Emacs for, and then this is all LSPs. I don't really program, I just install it and and this is all my text um spelling thing, how do I tell that? So pretty much this is how I use Emacs. So I installed WSL, and let me go back. I installed WSL, and then I configured my next configuration inside of that, and inside of that you have Emacs configuration. So this is all the package that they install Emacs. So and I have separately have Emacs configuration. Let me go back. You can see that I have separately Emacs configuration. Rolex 1. You can see that I have that. And this is how I do it. So if you're wondering how Emacs you can use on Windows, it's and be working, that all you want is to use WSL. Just use WSL. It will work. It will work without a problem. Like finding things, and then you need to find FD and the LS. These are the things. So one of the thing that I use is if I'm in the folder, I will press uh, Alt Shift 1. Alt Shift 1 will open up the shell command you can see here. So I cannot do touch man dot md to create file. It doesn't work. It doesn't work if you are in Emacs, but it probably worked. Let me find that man.md. The file is there. So let me show you that in the Windows version of Emacs. I don't know why it's open this terminal thing every time I open Emacs. So I'm just gonna, if you press Control and Alt and mouse scroll, the font will get bigger. So if you're, let me open DLED. Let me go back folders and where I am. So I am in somewhere that is, let me go to D, then let me create a TST. Let's go that thing works, but when I want to do Alt Shift number 1, you have shell command. You have shell command. Now I cannot do touch tst.md. So it just creates a file that test.md. So it doesn't do that. Touch is not recognized as an internal or external command or operable program or batch file. So this thing is kind of sucks. So you need to know you can do it, the PowerShell tools, maybe the command line tools, but I don't want to learn new set of tools. I know how to use that Emacs on Linux and with the GNU tools. I don't want to learn Windows tools. You know, it's just that, and I think that's it for the video, guys. So if you're watching this video, thanks for watching the video. And if you want to install Emacs on Windows, use WSL. That's my recommendation. That's how I do it, and you can do it too. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.